Bernheim Forest in central Kentucky is celebrating its 90th anniversary with an art installation that's making a giant impact.
Well, we're so excited to have Thomas Dambo and the Forest Giants. There are only about 12 of these in the United States, including the 3 that are here at Bernheim. And there are about 35 other ones around the world.
Copenhagen artist Thomas Dambo creates his public art projects using recycled materials. His family of trolls at Bernheim include an expectant mother and her 2 children, Nis and Alena.
When I came and saw, for example, this big lawn, I thought it could be cool if like a troll walked out the forest here behind me and started playing around with some big rocks. It's also a story about that the giants, they represent nature and the forces of nature and the size of nature. And because of that, I think that the troll should be really big and powerful.
Each sculpture took 15 people working around the clock in the forest for 10 days to make.
Artists tend to look at nature differently than scientists do. So it's a great way for us to explore nature through artists' eyes. What we tried to do was select materials that reflected Kentucky. And the Forest Giants are built out of that material because they're here protecting wood and forests, and they remind us all that we can do the same.
Dambo's work is already drawing huge crowds to Bernheim. He hopes visitors appreciate the potential of reusable materials.
I want them to understand that you can create things in a really big scale of recycled material. So I don't want people to go back home and build a troll, but I want them to understand that you can build everything out of anything.
What we hope people take away from these giants, and particularly Nis here, who's looking at himself in the pond, he's looking at his own reflection. We want everybody who visits to look at themselves in their reflection and say, how can I be a hero for the environment? These guys are protecting big forests. We want everybody else to help them do that.
I think it's important to take care of our environment, so I like to put focus on sustainability and just being conscious about our nature and our surroundings through my art. Then I like to put my creations in nature so it pulls people away from their telephones and out into nature so they can remember how beautiful and important nature is.
For PBS NewsHour Student Reporting Labs, I'm Weston King in Kentucky.